Plankton. Plankton from Bikini Bottom is small in size but big in ambition. He's the tiny green menace who spent years trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. So, why did this microscopic mastermind manipulator make our list? Well, for one, his entire existence revolves around a single-minded obsession, putting the Krusty Krab out of business and making his restaurant, the Chum Bucket, the most successful fast food joint under the sea. The thing about Plankton is that he's smart, like computer wife smart. He built Karen, his computer spouse, who's often the voice of reason when his schemes get too wild. But does he listen? Almost never. His ego gets in the way of his genius, which is probably why most of his plans fail. But don't let his terrible track record fool you. This little guy has pulled off some impressive cons. Remember when he got SpongeBob to collect everyone's tears so he could flood the Krusty Krab? Or when he hypnotized the entire town with mind control buckets? Or how about the time he stole King Neptune's crown and framed Mr. Krabs for it? What keeps Plankton at the bottom of our list is his predictability. His schemes always follow the same pattern. Trick someone, usually SpongeBob, try to steal the formula, fail miserably, repeat. Plus, his plans often backfire in spectacular fashion, leaving him squished under someone's foot or blasted out of the Krusty Krab again and again. Still, you've got to admire his persistence. After thousands of failed attempts, most villains would have given up. Not Plankton. He keeps coming back with new plans, each one more ridiculous than the last. And occasionally, just occasionally, he gets close enough to success that Mr. Krabs breaks a sweat. Invader Zim. Invader Zim is an alien menace with a Napoleon complex that would make actual Napoleon jealous. Zim was sent to Earth by the Irken Empire, well, sort of, with a mission to gather information and prepare the planet for invasion. At least, that's what he thinks his mission is. The truth? His leaders, the almighty tallest, couldn't stand him and sent him to a random planet hoping he'd die in space. That's cold, even for alien dictators. But Zim doesn't know that. He truly believes he's an elite invader on a top-secret mission of planetary domination. What puts him on our list is his strange mix of delusional confidence and accidental manipulation. He's not smooth or calculating like some of the other villains ranked higher on this list. Instead, his manipulation works because people either underestimate him or are too stupid to see through his paper-thin disguises. I mean, he walks around in a human costume that's basically just a wig and contact lenses, yet only Dib seems to notice he's an alien. Zim's plans are as bizarre as they are numerous. He once stole all the children's organs and replaced them with random objects. Another time, he tried to drown the earth in snacks. He even created a room with a moose designed to overwhelm Dib's mind through sheer absurdity. These aren't exactly evil master plans, but they are certainly creative. Most of his schemes fall apart due to his own incompetence or the intervention of his robot sidekick, Gur, whose random acts of stupidity often save the earth without meaning to. And there's the fact that Zim is his own worst enemy. His ego blinds him to reality. He believes he's an unstoppable force of destruction when he's really just a pest that the Irken Empire wanted to get rid of. That's not manipulation so much as self-delusion. Evil Morty. Evil Morty from Rick and Morty stands out as something truly different in a multiverse full of infinite Ricks and Mortys, a Morty who refused to play by the rules. What makes Evil Morty such an effective manipulator is his patience and his understanding of how people perceive him. In a universe where Mortys are sidekicks, shields, and sacrificial lambs for their Ricks, Evil Morty used that underestimation to his advantage. His first appearance showed us just how calculating he could be. He controlled a Rick through a hidden implant, making that Rick kill other Ricks while making it seem like the Rick was the mastermind. The whole time, Evil Morty played the victim, just another scared Morty who needed rescue. This facade let him infiltrate the Citadel and gather information right under everyone's noses. But his true masterpiece of manipulation came when he ran for president of the Citadel. He campaigned on a platform of unity between Ricks and Mortys, promising to break down the class system that kept Mortys subservient. He gave inspiring speeches about equality and change that resonated with the downtrodden Mortys, and even some of the more progressive Ricks. And then, once elected, he revealed his true plan. He purged the Citadel of anyone who opposed him, installed loyal followers in key positions, and began working on his real goal. He aimed to break through the central finite curve, a wall that separated the universes where Rick is the smartest being from all other universes. What puts Evil Morty so high on our list is the scale and patience of his manipulation. He manipulated an entire society. He used their own system against them, turning the democratic process into a weapon. And he did it all while everyone thought they knew exactly who and what he was, just a Morty. Once he achieved power, he quickly dropped the act and ruled through fear as much as deception. The higher-ranked villains on our list maintain their facades longer. The prototype. The prototype from Poppy Playtime is a chilling embodiment of cold, calculated manipulation. Known as Experiment 1006, this entity is far more than just a mechanical creature lurking in the shadows. It's a sinister mastermind orchestrating every terrifying event within Playtime Co. Unlike villains who thrive on brute force, the prototype's power lies in subtle psychological manipulation. It carefully observes, waiting patiently, analyzing vulnerabilities before gently pulling strings. Victims rarely notice its influence until escape becomes impossible. Trust and hope are expertly weaponized, each meticulously twisted to break down mental barriers, turning individuals into puppets dancing helplessly under its control. What makes the prototype especially disturbing is its absolute emotional detachment. Humans are merely variables in its sinister experiments, dispensable tools for achieving a twisted vision of perfection. Morality and empathy are irrelevant to its binary perception of success and failure. Inside Playtime Co., the prototype created an atmosphere of paranoia. Employees and toys vanished without trace, unknowingly becoming subjects in its grand, horrific experiment. Safety measures were subtly sabotaged, transforming every corner of the factory into potential traps designed to serve its grim agenda. Ultimately, victims realized the extent of their manipulation far too late. By then, they're integrated into the prototype's nightmarish reality, a mechanical puppeteer endlessly smiling from the darkness, assured in the knowledge of its inevitable victory. Count Bleck. Count Bleck is the mysterious villain from Super Paper Mario wrapped in a cape and hidden behind a monocle. At first glance, he seems like your typical doomsday villain, complete with an evil laugh and grandiose speeches. But dig deeper, and you'll find one of gaming's most tragic manipulators. What makes Count Bleck stand out is his backstory. He was once Lord Blumiere, a member of the Tribe of Darkness who fell in love with a human girl named Timpani. Their love was forbidden, and Timpani was cursed and banished from their world by Blumiere's father. Believing her dead, Blumiere was consumed by grief and rage, taking on the identity of Count Bleck and vowing to destroy all worlds with the power of the Chaos Heart. His manipulation comes from how he gathered his minions. He found lost souls at their lowest points and offered them purpose and belonging. Take Chunks, a proud warrior who was once highly respected until betrayal cost him his entire army, leaving him broken and desperate for purpose. Or Mimi, an orphan with shape-shifting powers. And then there's Dementio, a powerful magician who, well, we'll get to him later. Count Bleck convinced them all to help him end existence itself, all while keeping his true motivations hidden. None of them knew they were just pawns in a suicide mission born of heartbreak. What's truly twisted is that Count Bleck manipulated everyone while being completely honest about his intentions. He openly declared he would destroy all worlds, but framed it as creating a perfect new world. He never lied to his minions. He just didn't tell them the whole truth. The reason Count Bleck doesn't rank higher is because, in the end, his heart wasn't truly in it. Deep down, he hoped the heroes would stop him. When Timpani, now Tippy, returned and he discovered she was alive, his resolve crumbled. In the final battle, he couldn't bring himself to fight the heroes with his full power. Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher is the Triangle Terror from Gravity Falls, a one-eyed bow-tie-wearing demon. He might look like he belongs on the back of a dollar bill, but he's actually one of the most dangerous manipulators in fiction. What makes Bill so effective is his charm. He's funny, he's weird, and he knows exactly what you want. He first appears in Stan's mindscape, offering Gideon a way to get the code to Stan's safe. From there, we get small glimpses of his chaos, until he finally breaks through into our dimension during Weirdmageddon. Bill's manipulation tactics are top tier. He studies his victims for years, learning their weaknesses, their desires, their breaking points. Then he offers them exactly what they want, but with a terrible price they don't understand until it's too late. He tricked Ford into building a portal between dimensions by posing as a muse, a friendly entity who wanted to help humanity. In reality, he was using Ford to create a gateway for himself and his Nightmare Realm friends. Why is Bill a bit higher on our list than Count Bleck? It is his complete lack of redemption. Bill never wavers from his goal of spreading chaos. There's no tragic backstory, No lost love, no misguided attempt to right a wrong. He simply enjoys watching beings suffer and worlds burn. The only reason he doesn't rank higher is because his endgame is somewhat simple, pure chaos. While his methods are calculated and cunning, his goal is straightforward destruction. The higher-ranked villains on our list have more complex objectives that require more subtle forms of manipulation. The Q from All Tomorrows by Kozaman are not individual villains, but an entire species of godlike beings who manipulated humanity on a scale that's hard to comprehend. When they found humanity spreading across the stars, they didn't simply wipe us out. No, they had something far more twisted in mind. Using their advanced biological engineering, they modified humans into bizarre new forms, each one designed as a cruel joke or commentary on human nature. They turned some humans into living buildings called the colonials, forever immobile and conscious. Others became the mantelopes, human minds trapped in animal-like bodies. The hand flappers could only communicate through primitive sign language. The striders were turned into living transport vessels, and perhaps most cruelly, they created the lopsiders, asymmetrical beings designed to constantly fall over. Each new species was a deliberate manipulation of human biology and psychology. The Q wanted to remake us in their image of what we deserved to be. They played God with our entire species, and then left us to suffer in our new forms for millions of years. They manipulated an entire interstellar civilization, reshaping humans at the genetic level according to their whims. And then they left, considering their work done, moving on to other species to perfect. As far as species-wide manipulation goes, the Q is perhaps the most disturbing example in science fiction. William Afton. William Afton from the Five Nights at Freddy's series is a purple-clad child murderer that hides behind a smile and a business suit. But underneath lurks one of gaming's most persistent and manipulative villains. As the co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment and the designer of the animatronics, he created a place where children would feel safe, a pizza restaurant with friendly robot animals. It was the perfect cover for his sick obsession with causing pain and taking lives. His manipulation extended beyond his victims to the entire business. He designed the Spring Bonnie suit with a deadly secret. It could function as both an animatronic and a wearable costume. This dual design gave him the perfect murder weapon, allowing him to lure children while disguised as a friendly character they already knew and trusted. After his initial murders, Afton's manipulation became even more complex. He created the Fun-Time animatronics specifically designed to capture children. He built secret rooms and hidden passages throughout the pizzerias. He even manipulated his own business partner, Henry Emily, keeping his activities hidden for years. When that body was burned, he came back again. Each time he found new ways to manipulate others into helping him return, from possessing computer code in a VR game to manipulating his own daughter, Elizabeth, who became the murderous baby animatronic. What puts Afton so high on our list is his adaptability. Each time he's defeated, he finds a new angle, a new way to manipulate the situation. From physical murder to psychological torment to virtual corruption, he changes while keeping his goal the same, inflicting suffering. Afton will find a way to twist the situation to his advantage and return once more. We talked about fiction's most manipulative villains in this video. Which villain do you think should have been in this video? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. Until next time, take care.